Happy Monday, everyone. The weather is getting colder and I love it, but hate it at the same time. But at least I can bundle up under blankets while I work. I'm Stella Chung, and in today's fix, Larian Studios figured out what's causing Baldur's Gate to have massive performance issues, ByteDance is leaving the games industry, and only a small amount of Venom's dialogue in Spider-Man 2 was actually used. Baldur's Gate 3 had some glaring issues after the recent patch 4, particularly massive performance issues in Act 3 due to heavy lag, often making it unplayable. But luckily we're getting an update this week with patch 5 that'll hopefully fix those problems. As reported by our own Wesley Yinpool, Larian issued a statement to IGN explaining what caused the slowdown, and it's because of your crimes. Larian explained that in patch 4, the scrying eyes in Moonrise Towers that players can access in Act 2 were fixed to not report your stealing immediately. That caused unnoticed thefts and acts of vandalism to get stuck forever within the question of, did anyone see me? Rather than just moving on after you pass rules and checks. Basically, the game wouldn't forgive or forget when players misbehaved. These unnoticed and eternally active acts of theft and violence eventually bogged down the game. The more a player commits those acts, the more the game is trying to keep that all up to date and in memory, so the more slowdowns start happening. Essentially, the Dungeon Master becomes unable to operate. By Act 3, this caused slowdown issues, which after some sleuthing, we're extremely happy to say we've solved in patch 5, which is in testing and scheduled to release this week. In their X post today, Larian didn't specify a release date for patch 5, but apparently the performance issues will be fixed, along with various other fixes, including Asterian's Little Kisses. So everyone can rejoice for patch 5. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I still need Larian to fix my Mintharo's Act 3 romance because my Dark Urge elf is so sad she can't get another kiss with her. So Larian, patch 6, maybe? Reuters reported that TikTok maker ByteDance is winding down its Nuverse gaming brand and retracting from mainstream video games. ByteDance told staff today the news and asked them to stop working on unreleased games, and the company will be looking for ways to separate from their launched games. Which games, you ask? Marvel Snap might ring a bell. Nuverse published this massively popular card battler launched in 2022 across mobile and PC. According to TechCrunch, ByteDance's decision to step away from gaming resulted in a round of mass layoffs today, and members of Nuverse are still waiting to hear about their future. This restructuring comes just weeks after a few hundred employees at Pico, a VR hardware company acquired by ByteDance in 2021, were let go. Nuverse has grown to around 3,000 people in 2021 and remained around that size, according to Chinese tech news outlet Late Post. ByteDance has not announced how many roles will be impacted, but according to Reuters, sources say this decision will likely impact hundreds of employees. The official Marvel Snap X account posted the following in response to the news today. Some of our players have expressed their concerns regarding the reported structural changes at Nuverse. We wish to thank you for your concern and assure you that regardless of any changes at Nuverse, Snap will continue to operate and flourish in the future. It's not entirely clear what that phrase "continue to operate and flourish" means, but it is possible ByteDance could sell Marvel Snap to another publisher. Speaking of Marvel games, at Fan Expo San Francisco this weekend, Tony Todd, the voice actor for Venom in Spider-Man 2, said Insomniac only used 10% of his character's dialogue in the game. A clip from Evan Filarca at Fan Expo caught Todd explaining that some of his voice work for Venom may be saved for the future. Spoilers ahead if you haven't played or haven't finished Spider-Man 2. Just skip ahead if you're worried about any story reveals. During the same panel, Todd said he recorded lines for when Miles Morales had the symbiote. Those scenes were obviously scrapped, so fans are now speculating this could lead to a potential spin-off or DLC. This would line up with Insomniac stating they wouldn't be against making a Venom spin-off if fans really wanted it after seeing how fans reacted to Spider-Man 2. John Paquette, senior narrative director at Insomniac, said, "We're gonna listen to the fans and we're gonna ask ourselves, okay, what do the fans really want? We'll kind of talk about stuff after we've all had time to sleep and take vacations." Hopefully next year we'll hear more about potential DLC and spin-offs, but I think we won't have to wait too long before getting more Venom in Spider-Man 2. The original game got 3 DLC chapters, so I can't imagine the sequel would not be given the same treatment, even if the DLC formula is tweaked this time around. How many times have you stolen things in Baldur's Gate? I'm currently doing a Dark Urge playthrough and I'm stealing everything and taking out as many people as my character sees fit if they oppose her. So I guess, you know what, that would explain a lot of my lag in the game. Anyways, if you're looking for more things to watch, check out our video on the biggest game releases of December to make sure you don't miss out on any games you might want to play. I'm Stella Chung, keep on gaming, and I'll see you next time.